training arc that all the Hashira who did have marks lost it, right? Because they're obviously not in a life or death situation anymore. So, um, this
Okay,
is why.
one.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, sure.
This is why in the Hashira training arc, the whole point of it was they had to exert themselves so much to the point where they felt like they would die. Like, this is the whole point of the
Wait,
boulder
what's the
training.
topic?
It's on Akaza versus Sanami.
Right. Right. One. First of all, not all the Hashira that was fighting Muzan had the mark. Right. Second of all, just because your brain's convinced that it's going to die or like you're gonna die, it doesn't mean that it's gonna immediately exert all the energy. Like this
Okay.
goes back like right to my analogy saying that.
What
Well,
Hashira?
you know, hold on, bro, hold on. Now you cutting me off, right? It just
Okay.
goes back to the same analogy where if it's the case that you have this amp, right, even with the factor that you think you're going to die, doesn't immediately mean that just because you move 2 times faster or you run 2 times faster now that when you run you immediately go 2 times faster. You can obviously restrict that.
Wait, for one,
If you
it's not all the
disagree,
demons
if you
And
disagree,
two, what Demon Slayer didn't have the mark in the last fight?
okay, wait, I'm not
Hashira.
saying like simultaneously they all like. Okay, do you agree at the start of the fight did Obina have his mark when he was introduced?
For one, Obadiah joins a little bit later,
Yeah, I
but
know when he joined in. That's why I clarified. Did he have the mark? Yes or no? Obviously
no,
not. So
obviously
if it's
not.
the case that didn't have the mark and he was still communicating with Guillaume, right? He was taking orders from Guillaume to play on the offense. I can literally show you this that they all had different roles, right? They were communicating with one another. Once he awakened the mark, he was still communicating with him. So that literally goes against your point.
Wait, hold on. I don't take away like the idea they're like, coordinating, but the whole point is about like their bodies and their breathing. Like it's not about.
Well, no. Because wait, your point is because that they're all communicating with one another. That means that they're all relative. I'm saying you can still communicate.
No, I said coordinating.
And bro, that's literally what you mean. Okay, so you dropped the point that you can still like coordinate and not and not fucking and not be relative.
Wait, no, I don't drop that point. Of course not.
Okay, so are you gonna respond to what I said then?
Yeah, the thing about communicating is it doesn't prove anything because it doesn't affect your physical body at all. It's not evidence of holding back. Like you understand that, right?
I literally agree, right? So that just means that just because you're communicating with one another, right, it doesn't mean that you're relative to one another.
No, you're not understanding my claim. I'm gonna say it again. Just because you're communicating doesn't mean you're holding back.
But nobody brought that, bro. Nobody mentioned that. I'm saying that you can. I'm saying that you can. Wait. I'm saying
that. Dog,
I'm using it as a conjunction. Wait, Zizou, let me just clarify, bro. That's not in contention. What's in contention was me saying that, you can't hold back and communicate with someone, right? You're trying to make the claim, you're trying to make the inference that, wait, hold on. This is the inference you're trying to make. You're trying to make that since the Hashira are all relative and they fought, the Hashira fought all the upper moons, right? And they communicate with one another at the final fight, the Muzan fight. That means since they all communicated with one another, that means they're going to be relative.
No, that's not my claim.
Okay, so what's the claim? Why are all the?
Okay, you're not tracking.
Let's just start from the start. Let's just start from the start. Okay. Okay. Why are? Wait.
Okay. The reason
why. Let me just clarify where to start.
Wait,
let me just clarify for you where to start. Right. To start where. Why are all the upper moons relative?
Okay. So again, the reason why the upper moons are relative is because the Hashira are relative, and all the Hashira fight different upper moons.
Okay. Why are the Hashira relative?
Okay. The reason why the Hashira are relative is because of a conjunction of 2 reasons. They can coordinate with each other, and their body is like maxed out because of the marks, like where they feel like they can't hold back or they will die.
Okay, and why does coordination entail fucking relativity?
By itself, it doesn't. This is like in a vacuum, it doesn't. But there's the second thing, which you're not realistically addressing.
I know, but like I don't see it as relevant. I mean, look, your body can. What was it again? Like your body is like in a life or death state that it's exerting all of its power.
Okay, so let's bring it back. So it was talked about in the Hashira training arc where Micho explains it. He's like, when I had it, I felt like my heart was.
I know the conditions of my mark. I'm just asking you to clarify the second condition.
Wait, what do you mean the second? If you know the conditions,
you said the conditions. So right, your body thinks it's like in a life or death situation, right? So the claim is going to be you think that it's physically impossible to be in a life or death situation and communicate.
What?
And not be relative with someone.
Wait, what?
That's the claim that you're making.
Okay, it's physically impossible to be in a life or death situation and not be relative to someone.
Yeah, let's just say that I think I'm in a life or death situation, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, let's just, bro. Like this is, bro. Can you just put it in like a formal argument?
Like
Because like I don't see I don't see how the
what
inference follows. Because if you're saying, well, you know, um, your body thinks that it's gonna be a life or death situation, you cannot communicate unless you're relative to the person you're communicating with. I just don't see the inference for
okay,
that.
where do we get this claim of communication? I never
That
said the word communication
literally
once.
you. That's literally
I
what you
said
said.
coordination. There's a difference, bro.
Yes, to coordinate cannot, but you have to communicate. Like what?
No,
Coordination is
like
communicate. Like,
that's what I
bro.
mean by coordination. What I mean by coordination is they're both able to run and reach the same distance at the same time. For example, like we see
No,
Zizou.
no, no. That's
Wait,
just relativity. That's just like literally relativity. Holy
okay,
fuck.
that's the final conclusion of my bro. That's
Okay, so your
literally
conclusion circular.
no. It's based on the scans. What?
It's based on what scans?
Okay,
Well,
just
I'm not
ask me.
disagreeing that
Just
they
ask
wait.
me.
I'm not
Okay, okay,
disagreeing. I'm not saying that. I'm not
okay,
disagreeing that they
okay.
can run and reach the same target. I'm saying, well, let's just say that I race like my little cousin, for example, right? I can run at the same pace that he's running in order for us to have a more efficient attack. Like that's completely fine. Doesn't mean that they're relative. It just means that I'm holding back my power
Yeah,
in
but the
order
issue
to
is
get a
that
better
yeah, but
outcome.
the issue is again, like you're not understanding that they can't hold back. That's the
They
problem.
can't hold back. Okay, what's the argument?
The argument for them not being able to hold back is because of the marks that we were just talking about, which is that
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I know, I
So
know, I know. They think that they're in a life or death situation. Why does you thinking that you're in a life or death situation mean that
okay,
you
but
cannot hold back?
it's not just about them being in a life or death situation, but they show the physical components of not holding back, which is their body like accelerating to the max, like their bloods are complete, like their blood is like completely
Bro,
filled up.
that's just like from what you observe. Like I don't grant that
Well,
at
no, it's
all.
not from what I've observed. It's what the
It's literally
characters
from what
say.
you okay from
It's
what you observe when what the characters say. Like what? That's fine.
isn't
But
that
like, bro,
everything?
but
Like
listen, bro.
what? Wait, isn't that
No, no. Because I literally just said I disagree with that. You can say, oh, but like, look at them, they're doing this. Like, bro, I just hold to a different interpretation. If you're saying that, like, oh, they show signs of their body going to the absolute like max of the capacity, therefore they cannot hold back. I just don't see the inference for that. I don't see the argument for the inference.
wait, sorry, repeat that last part.
If you're trying to say if it's the case that a character shows sign of their body going to their like full potential, then they cannot hold back.
If she signs their body going to their full potential, they cannot hold back.
Yes.
Wait, why would I bring up the word potential here?
Yeah, they're maxing at their potential.
No, it's not. Wait, it's not maxing it out. They're at their maximum potential. It's not like the
Yes, they're
process.
maxing at their potential. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
that's what
okay,
I just
okay,
said.
okay. Is
Yes,
that
yes.
okay?
What the
Okay,
fuck
yeah.
was the
Like
point of saying
they're at their
that?
maximum potential. So if they're at their maximum
Trying to
potential,
play with bullshit.
then they cannot be at
Okay,
50%. Like they cannot be going at 50% because they're at their 100% potential.
wait, hold on. Wait, no, 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 not at that moment, right? They're
No,
maxing it
at that
out.
moment.
Why can they not go down?
Wait, no, it's at that moment.
But do you know what potential is?
Yeah, potential is
Let's
like
just say that right now I have the
yeah.
potential to break a boulder with my fist, right?
You have the
And then I
potential.
max that potential, meaning that I can break a boulder with my fist. Does that mean that every single time I punch something, it's like punching or breaking
No,
anything the size
because
of a boulder?
you're not
No, I
using
can
your
hold
full.
back my strength.
Yeah, but the issue is that I'm making the claim that you're using your full potential. You understand that, right?
But okay, nobody's disagreeing that they're using their full potential at times, right? They can literally like just
No,
nerf
no, it's not.
themselves
It's
in order for
again the
them
issue
not
is
to.
it's not at times. You keep it's at times or something like that. It's not at times.
So if Iguro is going relative to Guillaume out the mark, and then he's relative to Guillaume with the mark, what does that say?
I don't.
The can amp him?
No, I'm saying I don't think the mark's as big as of a gap as you think it is. I don't. Someone
Okay,
like
but so
I don't.
yes.
No, the mark did amp him obviously, but it just didn't amp him to the extent where he's going to be blitzing him. He's still going to be relative. And I
Nobody's saying this is gonna be blitzing you. So like
okay,
the mark, he's
so
coordinating with and without the mark. Did you not see a problem with that?
no, I don't see a problem with that because there still can be relative with and without the mark. I just don't think the mark is
Okay,
that big of a
sure,
gap.
right, but
And
okay,
I have
yeah, that's
evidence for
fine.
this.
So what's the argument that they're relative? Like, just
Wait,
put it into like
the
a formal
Hasha, right?
argument. Yeah, no, no, no. Like the point where like maxing out the potential means that you cannot hold back.
Like you no, I'm saying using your full potential means you cannot hold back.
Okay, so why the Hashira not lower themselves down from time to time?
Okay, the reason why they're not lowering themselves down to time because the point of the mark is that you're using your whole potential, and the reason for that is because your body's exhibiting the
Not
signs.
necessarily true, bro. That's
No, it
not
is
necessarily
necessarily true
true.
because you're exhibiting all the signs of it.
The mark, bro. Literally,
Okay,
the mark is just
let,
explained as
let
an
me put
amp.
let me put
The
it
mark
another
is
way.
just explained as an amp.
No, it's not. That's not true. In fact, if prove that,
You
like
do not think that mark is an amp?
it's not just explained as an amp. It's an amp because of a different reason. It's not just explained as like an amp. It's not like a Zenkai
It's
boost.
an
You
amp
understand that?
because your body thinks that you're going to die.
Okay. Ghost. If I flex my muscles when I'm like doing a lift, am I
But
amping myself?
can you
Is
just
that an amp?
respond to the question?
Wait, is that an amp? I'm just asking an important question.
Respond to the question. I'll respond to that question after you
Okay, wait.
respond to
What was your
mine.
question again?
Oh my fucking god. Okay, is it in conjunction with your body thinking that it's gonna be in a life or death situation? Or
Is
your
it in
body being in a life
conjunction?
or death situation?
I mean, I guess yeah, you can say that. Sure.
Right? So how does that have any effect?
Okay. And okay, the point. Okay, so this is where my question segues, which is that if I flex my muscles, is that
I don't care about you flexing your muscles, nigga. I don't
it's an important
care.
analogy. I'll explain to you why it's
I don't
important.
know. I don't know. Does it? Does it?
That's why I'm asking you because I want to get your criteria understanding of what
I
I'm.
don't know, nigga.
Okay, you don't know because the point is that with a mark, you're just like tensing or you're making your body like so intense. Everything you have,
Oh.
like it's physically manifesting on your body as a mark. That's what a mark is.
Can you prove that?
Yeah.
Let me
Just
see
give me.
that.
Hold on. What the fuck was the Hashra training arc? Hold on. Okay, hold on. What fucking chapter was it?
Chapters what?
Yeah, hold on.
The swordsmith.
Um, no,
The
it's not the
swordsmith. The
swordsman training
harsher
arc.
training.
Yeah.
That's 132.
Good boy. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
anyways, you're ugly. But this inference is retarded, bro. Like, come
No,
on.
I'll show you. I'll show you evidence.
Show me this good.
134? Okay, I got
132.
32. It's at 134 for
Is it?
this. Let me see. Let me see. Come on. Hold on. Got you. Um,
Like you're talking about flexing muscles and bullshit. I just think that it
that's how
grants you an
everything.
amp, but not just because you're flexing your muscles or your body's flexing your muscles to its utmost. And also, even if I would agree to that, your body can flex your muscles and still hold back, right? Just because I flex my legs, meaning that I can run faster, doesn't mean that every single time I run fast, I run, that I have to run like at 2 times fucking speed. I can literally
What?
just hold back my speed, like walking
Wait, but
for.
the thing is that if you're flexing your muscles to a point where you're not holding back, then by
What? That's
definition,
what's in, bro. That's literally what's in
yeah, I
question.
understand this. I'm gonna bring you the
Okay,
videos.
bro, just show the scan, bro. Just show the
Okay,
scan.
just
Just
hold
show
on.
the scan.
I'm looking for the chapters. Just
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
on the manga. I'm just pulling out the manga right now. Okay, it's like right
And
at the
I'm still
end.
skeptic, by the way. Like, you're trying to make the claim I'm skeptic. I just wanted to clarify for that.
Okay. No, understand. That's okay.
Yeah.
Hold
It was
on.
it 132? The high.
Yeah, but it's like in between it. It's like when the Hashira are like
136.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I got the scan. Oh shit! I need to. Where's the uh? Where the fuck is this dirty ass shit boy chat? Okay, here's scan number 1, and uh, here's the last 2 scans. Is there any other scan that I need? Oh yeah, this one. I sent it kind of as a sandwich, my bad, but this one. Yeah. So
All right, explain each value
okay, so the
of the
first
scans.
one it says like he was just explaining like what he felt like in the I used my breathing. Uh, I was so angry I couldn't control my emotions. I think my heart rate was more than 200 beats per minute, and I felt like my body was burning. And then he says after, and I think my temperature was over 39 degrees Celsius. And then Shinobu asks, like, could you even move in a state that's so deadly? And he says, survival is what separates those who manifest the mark and those who don't, right? And this is why,
Wait. Oh yeah, here. Okay.
yeah.
Uh
And this is why the training where
huh.
Genya explains first, you have to perform a predetermined action to heighten your concentration to the extreme. And when he and it, the temperature, and he
I
says
don't say anything about like hold on. Yeah, I don't say anything about like your muscles flexing to the utmost. That's why it's the amp because your
no,
muscles.
that was the boulder training. It was he was using
Okay,
everything to the point like his body was like heating
wait.
up. Like this was a
That was the whole point of the boulder training because to
yeah
use or to flex your muscles. I grant that, but you're trying to say that's what the mark does.
yeah. Wait, what do you think the goal of that training was?
You get to get stronger. That's like what training
Stronger
is.
for what?
To fight.
No, that's your problem.
What? So you think okay,
No,
you think that the little like the Demonless Slayers, what are they? I forgot their rank. But
the
like
Hashira.
Tantros and Issa, they're all training to get their mark.
Yes,
Alright, what's the evidence for this?
stated directly.
Okay.
Okay.
I disagree with that completely. Holy fuck. I think it's just training to get stronger.
No.
But even if it's the case that that training was to think that like it's not gonna be like a sufficient condition.
You don't think it's a sufficient? What does it mean?
No, because this doesn't grant that it's a sufficient condition where you can awaken the mark right while prior training that your body like I know where it does a state or I mean my bad like a necessary condition that your body's using its your full thing.
Your full thing.
Nowhere does where does it state that?
So if you're like trying so hard to the point like your body's burning up, what does that mean?
Your body's burning up.
Yeah,
Where does it say that? Why can it not be burning up? Why can it not be burning up because of your heart rate?
And why would your heart be beaten?
Yeah, because you're in a life or death situation.
Do you think it's just they're scared?
Yeah, they're in a life or death situation. Do you not grant that the heartbeat beats faster in a life or death situation?
Wait, wait, like, are you just saying they're scared?
It doesn't necessarily grant that they're scared, but they're in a life or death situation, so their heart beats faster.
Yeah, but why would their heart be beating faster? Is it because they're scared or something else?
But do you not grant? Okay, in a life or death situation, do you not grant that the heart can beat faster?
No, I understand the heart is accelerated.
Okay, and then that's the answer to your question.
No, wait, stop. But I'm asking, what was the reason for it? Because if it's not that they're scared, it's obviously because
nobody said it's not that they're scared. We just don't know.
No, we do know. What happens when you do a run, Ghost? Or like, what happens when you work out? What happens to your heart?
Oh wait, you're trying to pause that it is the case that they're exerting because of their muscle. I just provided like another interpretation.
No, it's not another interpretation. It's just
so, but you disagreed. So yes, it is. Like you disagreed that it's possible.
It's not another
interpretation.
Wait, no, it's not interpretation. Just
what you ask me is, what do you think it means when their body is burning up that much? I said, well, it can be because of this. What you did is said, well, it can be because of this.
That interpretation is not only not mutually exclusive with mine, but it just directly supports mine.
Why is it not mutually exclusive? Wait, actually, wait. Nobody. Yeah, my interpretation isn't mutually exclusive, right? Because it's an interpretation to what you're saying. Could be the case of some. I grant that. That could be the case.
It just proves my point even more. It just proves my point. You understand that, right?
How does them being scared means that their heart is beating? Prove your point even more.
No, you're not tracking. I was just asking like what you think, but
can you answer my question instead of saying that I'm not tracking?
I'm about to give you a fleshed out answer.
Answer my question and then.
Okay, the answer is no. Obviously, being scared would not be relevant because I never brought up being scared. I was just asking you.
You're right. I did. I said you did.
So for
you
one,
just lied on it.
No. I was saying that I asked you that question, but the reason why the heart rate would be elevated would be because you're exerting yourself more. This is why when you work out or you hit the gym, what happens to your heart? It raises, correct?
That's just another alternative.
But you're just it's because their heartbeat is getting faster.
No, I'm saying that it could be. Because they're scared.
Okay. But they don't show signs of fear, and that's not what they say.
Okay, that's lying for ignorance, buddy.
They say something else. Like, it's not an argument from ignorance, it's an argument from
okay, you're perfect. Okay, now it's like they say something else.
All their theories are wrong, and they're just scared, even though they don't show the signs of fear.
Look, what I'm saying is that, I can agree that they're not even scared. Why is this going to be a sufficient condition for why it's the case that their body's exerting their full utmost potential when they awaken the mark.
Okay.
You told me that it's gonna be
Okay.
some rock boulder training, which you have yet to show me, by the way, and I'm still waiting on why that's gonna be like inference at all.
Okay. Because wait, sorry. What about the boulder?
Oh my god, why is that gonna be training? Wait, why
Why
is
is
that
that
gonna
gonna be
entail
training?
that? Wait, I mean, no. Why is that gonna entail that your body is going to be using its utmost limit when you're awakening the mark?
Wait. I'm still not understanding the question. Why is it your body's going to be using its utmost limit to awaken the mark? Is that what you're saying?
What? I wasn't paying attention. You said
Okay.
what?
Okay. I'm just reiterating back the question to you. So are you
What I
asking?
said is just basically why does why does
Okay.
the Hashira rock training, fucking boulder training entail that when you awaken the mark, your body's it's like utmost potential, like its whole muscles and everything.
Because the characters Tanjiro was about to die when he did it.
Okay, why does that like entail the like what the fuck?
Because previously we see he couldn't push the boulder and he was like clearly giving it all, like he was screaming, he was moaning and grunting and everything. I think
It
that's pretty
tricks
clear
his
that someone,
recording.
I think that's pretty clear that someone was not holding
He
back.
was grunting. Okay, I'm saying that he can be, bro. I'm saying that he can be exerting his utmost during the training, right? That's fine. Why does it entail that when you have the mark, your body's doing the exact same action?
Because that
They can just be
training
getting
was
ready for it,
wait,
right?
stop. Because
Doesn't
that
necessarily
training
mean
wait, stop,
that.
stop. That training was less intense than awakening the mark. You understand that, right?
Less intense in what context?
Like in the context of how physically straining it is on the body, like the physical effort you're putting.
Wait, okay, that's fine. Wait, what? That's completely fine. Doesn't attack what I
So,
said. You're
so
trying to make the
if
claim that
wait,
you're trying to make the claim that it
no,
exerts your most body's limit.
let me fly the plane, buddy. Let me fly the plane.
Fly the
So
plane. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
I'm a
Middle
plane.
Eastern air yeah. Like,
Yeah, shut your bitch ass up. Listen. I'm gonna start flying the plane. So if we agree, okay, so
please
we
don't fly the plane.
agree that it can be the case, or at least you don't mind it to be the case that the boulder training is less intense than the awakening of the mark physically. So if a piece of training where Tandra's pushing is everything, and Genya describes it as heightening all of your senses to the extreme, that is less training than the mark, then somehow the mark, which is more extreme than that, is dumb possibly holding back.
Bro, you flew the plane and you fucking committed another 9/11, nigga. What the fuck is
No,
wrong with you, nigga? First, everybody's mark, bro, everyone's mark. You cannot prove that everyone's mark is gonna have the same impact on their body, right? You think
no,
that when Guillaume awakened the mark and when fucking Tandra awakened the mark, it's gonna be the same physical strain? Do you think that they both felt the same physical strain when they awakened
yeah,
the
like
mark?
on their bodies, absolutely.
Oh, hey, then.
Yeah,
Nigga,
like
look
I
at
mean, maybe you
that,
can say like
nigga.
maybe
You
like
flew the fucking plane and crashed.
no, I did not fucking crash the plane because I'm giving the
You
definition.
fucking crashed the plane, buddy.
No, I did not fucking crash the plane.
Okay.
Like,
But you
you're
get what I'm trying
slow.
to say, right?
I understand what you're trying to say, but the problem is that the mark has a definition. It's not like some arbitrary like
It does not
Zenkai
have a
boost.
definition, bro. It
It's
is,
no,
bro.
it
It's
does have
just
a
literally
definition.
like,
It's not just like some Super Saiyan blue, like Super
bro,
Saiyan
it's
bullshit
just some like
where you have like blue
anecdotal
hair.
from Muichiro, and you can't prove that anecdotal applies to absolutely like everyone that
Okay,
awakens the mark.
well, for one, it's not anecdotal because we all know about Yorichi. They know all about like the mark. They all know they're gonna die by 25. They
Bro,
have a
I'm
lot of
talking about when it's to like awakening the mark and how if the mark that nigga don't care. That nigga fuck. That nigga's the
I mean,
fucking
yeah, no,
god, but
I
that nigga didn't
understand
get
like
affected by
Yorichi's
the
like
mark,
only
bro.
exception.
But what I'm trying to say is,
But
okay, what I'm trying to say is like, bro, listen, like, what, how they felt when they awakened the mark, right? Like, the physical strain. In specific, you can't prove that just because Muichiro makes a comment on that, it's
okay,
gonna be
well,
anecdotal. That's gonna be like a
hold on.
universal
I'm not.
thing for
Hold
like
on.
when people
I can't
awaken the mark.
obviously make a universal claim here because there
Okay,
is a
great.
counter case. I'm not making a universal claim because there's obviously a violation of the law of nature there. For one, the reason for everyone else though, for one, Kokoshiba describes as like breaking the rules of the mark as like a violation of the laws of nature themselves. In a person thing. It's like described as a law.
Okay.
So when a character describing someone breaking away or like deferring from the rules a little bit as a violation of the laws of nature, then obviously for the other characters, it has to be the case. It has to be super consistent with them or have the same elements and properties that are necessary. So when when Muichiro describes it, even from his personal anecdote as his body heating up, and then Mitsuri affirms the same thing, and then Tanjiro affirms everything in the meeting too, then wouldn't it make more sense for it to be a consistent universal thing for the rest of the characters? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to claim it's universal because there's a counter case, but like for the rest of
Yeah,
the
there's a
characters,
counter. That's literally my whole point, right? There could be another set of Hashira that awaken the mark that have not felt the same
no,
thing, and that's just gonna be
again,
not induction.
again, you're just repeating yourself. I'm saying the reason why that's not going to be the
I
case.
never said
Is
that, so I can't repeat myself. What are you talking about?
yes, you did, because you were questioning it. Like obviously, you're implying that. Like what?
Okay, I brought up something else. How does that mean
Okay,
questioning it?
so the reason again, like the reason why, like it's gonna be the exact same counter. The reason why there can't be another set of Hashira who could do it is because the one Hashira who did it was described as like this miraculous birth, this violation of the law of nature. Like he was literally like the
I'm not
Jesus of,
talking about Yorichi in general. There was like literally another era of Hashira. What is it called again? The old Hashira. Fuck.
they all died by 25 though.
Yeah, that's fine. What? We're talking about
No,
physical strain. We're not talking about like when they die.
wait, if they all die at the same time, why do you think that is? Why do you think the reason of that?
Bro, you can't prove to me that all like, bro, what you're trying to
Without
justify is
exception,
the
all
conditions
Hashira,
met that what
all
hold on, what you're trying to justify is that's Muichiro and Mitsuri and Tanjiro just making a
no,
different assertion that they felt
no,
these
no, no,
kinds of things, which
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
prove
stop.
that they get.
I'm
Bro.
saying that without exception, it's stated directly that all the Hashira died by 25, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and do you understand that the reason for that is because their life force is getting drained,
Wait,
correct?
you said without exceptions?
Yes, except and then except Yorichi. But all the other Hashira, they say like, oh, without exception, except this one, with one exception, all Hashira died at 25.
Yeah, how
Okay,
come at the door?
yes,
Yeah, and then you
I'm
said
at the
what?
door. Okay, so with only one exception, all the Hashira died at
Naked ass nigga.
25. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if all the Hashira died at 25, and we know the mark, or like just using physical effort to that point drains your life force. We know this because that's what Daki states in the Tanjiro fight that um he was draining his life force to like generate more power. And if die at the exact same point in time, then clearly there has to be some form of consistent basis which allows them to die at the same time. Correct?
Okay, which is I don't
It's the strain on
okay,
the
sure.
body. Nice concession.
The strain on the body?
Yeah, thank you for your concession.
Yeah, why do you think it's that? Why can't it be a curse?
A curse.
Yeah, the mark. But it's literally like perceived as a curse.
It's perceived as a curse because they'll fucking die.
Yeah, okay, so why is that like in reference to like the strain on your body?
Because that's what the mark is. It's a drain of life
That
force.
oh that's circular, buddy. That's what it's
That's what
circular.
it's stated. What do you mean it's
That's what
circular?
the mark is. Okay, we can go to conclusions.
I'm saying
We
it's stated
can
directly.
go to conclusions. You're just repeating yourself at the end of
How am
this,
I
bro.
repeating myself? I'm giving you a statement from Daki, like which you have.
Because it's just the mark.
It's
Daki?
just the mark. That's an amazing
Daki,
response.
are you serious? Daki? Are you talking about the RP6 in the Entertainment District arc?
Yes.
Brother, are you talking about Daki? Okay, we can go to
Um,
conclusions. We can go to conclusions.
yeah. I'm talking about a demon with years of experience, like centuries of experience, who's seeing this nigga fucking drain his life force in front of her. She can sense that shit. Like what?
Yeah, why was that due to the mark? Go ahead, buddy.
That's not the point. I'm just saying that.
Oh, that's not the point, but that is the point because when you try to say that
I'm
she's
just saying when you.
observing that he's
Wait,
literally
stop.
fucking fighting, like what the fuck?
Wait,
Oh,
hold on,
what
hold
are
on.
you talking
For one, the point of that is that I'm just saying
about?
Tanjiro was training himself. Yes, at that point in time, do you agree? Like Tanjiro just giving it his all. Yeah,
Yeah, Tanjiro is holding his breath.
holding his breath. No, he's
Yeah,
doing the opposite.
he's training himself. He's holding his breath.
Holding his breath. What the fuck are you on about? He's using sun
Yes,
breathing.
yes. In the fight against Daki, he was holding his breath.
Show me that.
Yes. Yes, you don't think he was holding his breath?
He was using sun breathing. How is he holding his breath?
He was holding his breath.
I get
Look,
the claim, but how's he holding his breath if he's using sun breathing?
I'll show you a thing. Now I'm talking about the end of the fight, bro. Obviously at the start he's using sun breathing, but at the end when he wasn't using any forms, when he's just like slicing her OBs, then he was like literally holding his breath for the last thing.
Wait, I'm
If
not.
you're trying to say that if you're trying to say that he's straining his body because he's using sun breathing,
No,
I mean that's literally what breathing does.
No, I'm talking about when he was using like sun breathing. It's stated like, oh, like Daki's like, oh, like he's complete. I'm not saying it's because of that. But the point I'm trying to make is as that fight progresses on and on and on, that's when Tanjiro awakens the mark because he's just using more and more power, like using more and more.
Can I pick firms? Like, can I pick firms? Like,
broke ass nigga.
yeah, anyways, it's alright. He was
Notice how
literally holding his
Master gave him
breath.
to this-
Yeah, I agree, bro. He holding his breath. Let's literally say it. Then he was passed out because he was holding his breath, and he was like, "Oh, I can't breathe."
Wait.
Alright, I'm gonna send child porn now. Let's go. Alright. That's basically. I mean, yeah. I in your favor at all.
Yeah, the
I
reason
think
why
that I won. I think you got fucking Hiroshima, Nagasaki, obliterated missile,
Wait, are
ballistic
we
missile,
concluding?
inside your
What
ass
the
crack,
fuck?
nigga, and you ballistic. Looking ass, nigga. Yeah, anyway,
Are we concluding? What the fuck?
Yeah, Zizou slammed.
Yeah, we can conclude.
Well, I want the scan.
Well, I don't think that like I need to show the scan. Like I don't think that whether or not I show the scan is gonna like play like an important factor into the thing.
If a character who's like straining himself, and Daki notes that the strain that he's using is draining his life force, and we see more and more that he just keeps straining himself further and further and further and going all out more. And at the end of that fight, he manifests the mark. Then it's clear that the intensity of the strain of the mark is to a point where it drains the life force, and this is why he can't live past.
Wait, why is that? Why is that? Bro, what? How is the like the mark the factor there? How did you get the mark? That the mark's gonna be the thing.
Because he strains himself to awaken the mark.
He can strain himself while, bro. What? When did he strain himself to awaken the mark? Which fight? Like, are you talking about the end? Wait, are you talking about the Gyutaro fight?
Yeah, when he awakens the mark.
Okay, that's not the Daki fight, by the
I
way.
understand that, but the point I'm trying to make is that just throughout that fight, we see him like exerting himself more and more. Correct?
Exerting himself like when he awakens the thing.
Yeah, because we see like he gives it his all.
I don't know about that, bro.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah, because he was exerting himself even more prior to the fight, and he didn't awaken it. But now, while he has like a sickle in his mouth, he's poisoned. He has like 2 fingers broken. Now he all of a sudden like awaken the mark. Like what?
Yeah, because the mark isn't about
I don't
how
think
strong you are. It's not about you being in your prime. It's about how hard you're pushing yourself.
At low FPS.
Like, bro, look at this in chat. Like, are we gonna sit here and say like?
Yeah, I know, bro.
Like, hello.
Bro, have you seen? Bro, we did not see all this bullshit in the fucking manga, bro. This is literally just for dramatic effect.
Bro. Yes, we fucking
This is literally
did.
but in the manga, it's literally just him screaming. Like it's literally it.
Yeah, and his eye sockets are rolled back. The same thing. He's just.
Bro, they could literally be for dramatic effect. Like I don't get. What? Someone Tanjiro can't see right now. He doesn't have any eyeballs.
It's not for dramatic effect. Okay. Again, if every single fucking character is saying, "Oh, like I felt like I was about to die. I was like burning up. I was giving it."
Bro, nobody's denying. Oh my god, nobody's denying that you're gonna be in a life or death situation. What the point is about? You keep on, bro. You keep on like running away from this point. What the exact point? But oh my god,
that's just one part because there's no connection.
Okay, that is one part. This is the part that we're literally talking about.
Okay, I was just saying the whole thing. The other part that we're talking about is that your body is being heated up, not because you're scared, but because you're using up your muscle to the point where your blood is pumping so fast that your body's generating heat. It's like you have a fever. And it's a fever just from pure power. This is why you get stronger. It's not some magical Zenkai boost.
Are you done?
Yeah, see, like, this proves even more. Like,
what?
The gift you just sent, like, look at
Tanjiro pushed the rock. This proves my point. Look at ass nigga. Right, like you did.
Absolutely does.
I respond like literally the most important points.
You can go for it, and then we can conclude. I don't really care.
Let's just conclude. But I don't think we need a like concluding statement. Say I don't.
I want to concluding statement. I want to get rhetorical on your dumb ass.
Like, yeah, you're like this ghost guy right here. He has the seeming inability to engage in a productive manner. Intellectually, anyway. It's just like concluding the debate. Hey, Tricks, nigga, you can install the rec, nigga. And you can post that shit. I mean, you slamming the fuck out of Zizou.
Yo, retard.
So, hey, Zizou, let me know one bias judge, like, I don't know, fucking Single Phoenix. Look at that. Huh?
I said who sold her.
Case done.
Alright, were you recording?
Ah.
Yeah, I was.